Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero. We are back again talking about how fans are now concerned with Ghost of Yotei, as the game's writers also worked on Dragon Age the Veilguard, which just recently flopped, and Mass Effect Andromeda, which flopped when it came out because of all the graphical glitches and bugs that it had, and now they're going to be writing Ghost of Yotei. So in my opinion, this game is going to be in fact DOA, but again, it's just my opinion. If it does well, people expect it to do well because Ghost of Tsushima was so successful, and then they brought it onto the PC platform, which of course they have PSN requirements to play the multiplayer, which I don't think they should. I really don't think they should. It's an open platform, it's PC, and it's just a stupid idea. And then it restricts the game from being purchased in over 180 countries because they require this PSN network, PSN login. So you're restricting the game from being purchased in over 180 countries, so less people will buy it. You'll make less sales on PC, and then you got fanboys online talking about how the sales are bad on PC, even though they've restricted the game from over 180 countries. But let's get into this article here from That Park Place. It says Sucker Punch's upcoming Ghost of Yotei is already facing serious backlash, and now new details have emerged that only add fuel to the fire. According to IMDb, the game's writers include John Dumbro and Courtney Woods, both of whom worked on Dragon Age the Veilguard, a game widely criticized for prioritizing identity politics over compelling storytelling. Like I always mention, the one scene where this person misgenders a character and does push-ups to, I guess, apologize for it. With this revelation, concerns that Ghost of Yotei is shaping up to be another woke disaster have only intensified. The controversy surrounding Ghost of Yotei began with its very first trailer, where fans quickly realized that instead of continuing the story of Jin Sakai, the beloved protagonist of Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch had replaced him with a new female lead named Atsu. Now again, I don't think it's a huge deal, although I don't believe that there should be female samurai. This abrupt shift in focus immediately raised red flags for gamers wary of yet another classic franchise being retooled for modern ideological messaging. Now, why people are like that is because every single franchise that they seem to have swapped over from male to female, like with Uncharted, like with Last of Us, has gone down the shitter. Making matters worse in the eyes of many fans, the game's protagonist is played by Erika Ishii, a radical progressive activist known for outspoken comments on gender politics and for verbally attacking law enforcement. Again, personal politics shouldn't affect the game, but people have seen the pattern of how that ends up happening. So it could happen, it could not happen. We'll just wait and see. Ishii's casting only strengthens the belief that Ghost of Yotei is being designed as a virtue signaling quote-unquote girl boss narrative rather than a faithful successor to Ghost of Tsushima, which, if I remember correctly, this is 300 years after Jin Sakai. So, on top of that, Sucker Punch hired Thomas Hart as its new community manager in April 2024. Hart, formerly of Insomniac Games, has openly defended Sweet Baby Inc., the worst consulting company and the worst kept secret in the gaming industry. The controversial consulting firm known for injecting divisive identity politics into games, such as making Agroboda in God of War Ragnarok black. They race-swapped a Norse god in that game. Just a month before joining Sucker Punch, Hart dismissed concerns over Sweet Baby Inc.'s influence. Of course, trying to cover up the fact that they're working with this terrible consulting firm that seemed to, be the cause of most flops. This whole Sweet Baby Inc. controversy is mind-numbingly dumb. He said, most people have no idea how games are made or what a consultant does. Many don't even care to listen to when someone tries to explain it to them. They would much rather have an other to demonize. Beyond their involvement in Dragon Age the Veilguard, Dumbrow and Woods have worked on several games that were widely regarded as failures. Both were part of the teams behind Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Anthem, two titles infamous for lackluster storytelling and massive disappointments at launch. Yes, Anthem was an absolute disappointment at launch. That game could have been so good, and they screwed it up. It's important to note that both Ghost of Yotei writers have some successes under their belts. Wood's track record also includes Star Wars The Old Republic, which is an MMO that's still going, and Dragon Age Inquisition, while Dumbro previously worked on Mass Effect 2 and 3. These are all successful and widely regarded titles. Yes, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 are widely regarded titles. Then the Legendary Edition came out, and they were talking about changing the cameras away from Miranda's butt, which is a weird thing considering that, again, as I always say, gaming is a male-dominated space. It's always going to be a male-dominated space. So why not appease the wide audience, that mostly plays video games? YouTuber Endymion has been reporting on Ghost of Yotei for months and recently revealed that the game was originally planned as Ghost of Tsushima 2, starring Jin Sakai. However, according to his sources, Sucker Punch decided to pivot and replace Jin with Atsu, fundamentally altering the game's story and direction. Quote, as I was told before when I reported on Yotei last, the game was indeed supposed to be Ghost of Tsushima 2 with Jin Sakai as the main character, Endymion said. This has been confirmed to me by at least 2 sources, and I was told the skeleton of Tsushima 2 is what is largely being used to create Yotei into what it is now. He went on to explain how the game's narrative was completely gutted to remove Jin Sakai as the protagonist and repurpose the game into a female-led story instead. Quote, the entire narrative was effectively gutted, from what I've been being told, and repurposed into the story about Atsu now, as you've seen in the new trailer. The whole wandering Ronin being hunted by other bounty hunters that's presented in Yotei, I am assuming was originally supposed to be Ronin hunting Jin Sakai as the ghost. If true, this would mean that Ghost of Yotei is little more than a forced rebranding of what was supposed to be Ghost of Tsushima 2, another example of a beloved franchise being hijacked for modern ideological messaging. With a progressive activist as the lead actress, 2 woke writers fresh off of Dragon Age: The Veilguard's disaster, and a former Sweet Baby Inc. defender as community manager, Ghost of Yotei is looking more and more like another case of a classic franchise being retooled to fit modern identity politics, because of course, people continue to fail upwards and gain more projects to work on that they'll screw up, in my opinion. What could have been an incredible sequel following Jin Sakai's journey could become yet another in a long line of quote-unquote girl boss games, with the industry once again pushing male protagonists aside to replace them with female leads in the name of so-called progress. Personally, I've watched gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima. It looks very mid to me, so I'd rather play Ninja Gaiden. I think Ninja Gaiden is a better game. For fans who are hoping for a true successor to Ghost of Tsushima, the writing may be already on the wall. Do you think these Ghost of Yotei writers will bring the divisiveness of Veilguard to Sucker Punch? I do believe so. In my opinion, they will. However, we'll just have to wait and see when the game comes out, because, just have to at this point. Even though I feel for most people, they see the patterns, they see it, and they'll just assume right off the bat, because they're working with a person who defends Sweet Baby Inc., 2 people that wrote on Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and then you have Erika Ishii not really too good of a person in the background, just expressing herself with her politics and just kind of hating everything, it seems. It's not a good combination for a game. But we've seen people who have different ideological, policies and politics create great products. So you're kind of hoping they don't screw it up, because Ghost of Tsushima for a lot of people was a very good game. Like I said already, to me it looked very mid. And people just hope for a really good game. Like I said as well, I don't think female samurai were ever a thing. But, again, I'm sure it'll sell plenty of copies. Probably not as many as Ghost of Tsushima. And again, coming from PlayStation, they'll probably lock it away from 180 countries when it eventually comes to PC. And this is going to lead to less sales overall. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like the video, smash the like button. Comment below your feelings on this. Are you going to be picking up Ghost of Yotei, or is this kind of telling you that maybe you shouldn't? Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.